of global governance, parents and friends of the students, dear all, welcome to our Global Governance 2025 final year ceremony. And especially welcome to our beautiful Villa Mondragone. Let me say to begin with how grateful we are to our University of Rome Tor Vergata, the support we receive every year from all the structures of the university, and in particular from all the branches of the administrative staff, allows us every year to push further in our drive for improvement.
I'm not going to tell you to go change the world. We already have Professor Tiga for that. But I'm here to reminisce and marvel at how far we have come as students of global governance, share the most important lessons that I have learned, and hope that you can relate. Because thanks to Instagram, irrelevance is a fate worse than death. 3 years ago, we walked into this program from all parts of the world, armed with books and syllabi, and let's be honest, a healthy dose of imposter syndrome. Today, we leave as a group of policy nerds, debate champions, coffee addicts, and people who can finally pronounce multilateralism without fumbling. But more than that, we leave as intentional people, with ambitious plans to be the best, most impactful versions of ourselves, as believers with faith in each other, in the power of community, knowledge, and showing up. Or maybe the last part is a consequence of our attendance system. Over these years, I have learned that the most precious resources are not the textbooks or treaties, but the people in your room, in this room. The long hours in the library, late night study sessions, hinging on the meticulous notes of Jimmy or Eleonora. Thank you, by the way. And other kind GG colleagues, impromptu debate sessions that make talking about war more exciting, coffee breaks during global law, or over group projects that we never really enjoyed. That is where we forged our friendships and our personalities. These shared moments of awe, inspiration, joy, disappointment, and sometimes sheer pain have since become memories, but will serve as the glue keeping this community together. To my classmates, my dear classmates, you have made me feel sane, not just for my ideas, but even for my quads. Whether it was celebrating Diwali, hunting for apartments, surviving exam sessions, dancing in a flash mob, or even sharing a meal during breaks, you have turned this program into the most exciting, adventurous event of my life. And for that, I thank you. To our professors, you didn't teach us about governance. I mean, you did, but not just that. You showed us the importance of consistency, discipline, integrity, and community. You showed us how to listen to voices louder than ours and those that the world ignores. Professor Tiga, with every long, frantic email that you have responded to with, "Meet me at 4, yours truly GP," you showed that problems need not be solved alone. In fact, solutions are found with converging forces like those of Azadeh and Valeria, who, like saints with professionalism and immense patience, have guided us through this journey. I feel nothing but gratitude for all the things that you have done for us students. When I first arrived in Rome, with the naive expectation of my life to turn into a movie, like when Emily moved to Paris, I thought opportunities were something you chase, like a job, a grade, or an ATAG pass. But Rome, and especially global governance, has taught me it's also something you receive. It is just another chance to be wrong, question your entire existence, and when the panic settles, learn. Like the invitation to sit at the same table with lawyers and ambassadors, like global conversations that led to an internship, like a class that initially seemed boring but cleared a career path, or that table in Mensa where you met your best friend. I have learned that the best opportunities may often look like detours. So trust the universe. Trust the universe. Have faith in and pay attention to those tiny miracles that lead to the best outcomes. Trust the universe, not blindly, we're not starting a cult, but with curiosity, with fervor and passion, like that of a child, like that of Einstein. Before I go, I'm reminded of Derek Walcott's Love After Love. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving, at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at others' welcome. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Growth isn't just about becoming someone new. It's about returning to yourself time and again and finding home in the people who recognize you every time. So here's my wish for all my classmates. During hard times, I wish you can remember the stranger you were when you started, when you arrived, both in this world and in duty, wide-eyed and nervous. And then remember the hands that steadied you, the classmates who became your confidants, and professors who noticed your potential before anyone else, and your parents who will always be your greatest cheerleaders. And never forget, you are already the kind of person who changes things just by showing up as you are. So for one last time, thank you, Global Governance, for being the best, most beautiful detour of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Divisha. Con applause, Giulia Maria Radicchi.
Dear professors, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow students, let us take this moment to celebrate our achievement and appreciate how far along we've come. Let me begin by thanking all the people who have accompanied us day by day along this journey, through happiness and sadness, showing us what being a family really means. To Azadeh, Valeria, Ilenia, Patrizia, Antonino, and the rest of the Global Governance Administrative Staff. Your daily support and endless patience have been crucial for our success over the past 3 years. And I want you to know just how grateful we are to have had you by our side in this experience. You really made the difference. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Piga and the Global Governance faculty. You have given us far more than knowledge by providing us with opportunities, support, and lifelong lessons that have changed our outlook on life and the world around us. Furthermore, I would like to thank my fellow colleague representatives, Amin, Gaia, Maya, Francesca, and Sandro, for always being there for their classmates in moments of joy and pain. You are the best colleagues I could ask for. Lastly, I would like to thank my amazing classmates for contributing, each one with their own personality, story, and intelligence, to an environment based on respect, honesty, trust, and hard work. We are truly a great class. We gather here today to celebrate our graduation and share this moment of joy together. We have reached this milestone through hard work and determination, and we have learned a lot over the past 3 years. I would like to share with you my own perspective on this learning journey. I come from a quite competitive high school. Grades were everything, rankings were everything, and students' reputation heavily depended on how well they would perform academically. As a consequence, I've always found myself equating my personal worth to my performance. From a simple class presentation to the high school graduation exam, everything would define me. I would tell myself that I wasn't that competitive, that I didn't care about how other people did. But I was plainly lying to myself. Truth be told, I was a full-on nerdy overachiever who was scared to death to fail. Fast forward 3 years and life looks brighter. I'm still a nerd who dreads failure, but now I know that making mistakes is okay. Indeed, global governance has taught me that people are defined not by their good or bad performance, but by their actions, integrity, determination, strong-mindedness, and beliefs. And I think we can all agree on that. As a matter of fact, I believe that the greatest asset we have acquired over the past 3 years is our outlook on the world around us. An asset far more valuable than any financial mathematics lecture, in my opinion. We have learned to work together and produce better results than working alone. We know how to network, how to hold a conversation on virtually any topic, and how to give compelling presentations. On top of this, we have enriched our knowledge of the working of society, not only in the classroom, but most of all by interacting with our classmates, coming in contact with people from dramatically different backgrounds than ours. All these experiences were catalysts for our personal growth as individuals and as young professionals. I think that very few other schools in Italy can say to foster such a truly diverse environment as ours. On this note, allow me to be critical. The sectors we set ourselves to work in are becoming progressively more competitive. The job market is a jungle, and common knowledge is that you have to be ruthless to survive out there. They want us to think that we need to maximize every single one of our experiences, only exposing ourselves to environments that produce some sort of added value or situations that are LinkedInable in a way. If something doesn't help your CV stand out, what's the point of wasting your time on that at all? That is, in my opinion, outright rubbish. The most valuable lessons we have learned in global governance were not LinkedInable in any way, but they made us better people and better students. This is our asset. In this capitalist society where everybody thinks the same and desperately tries to maximize their productivity, let us be different. Let us be better. Let us be unproductive, lazy, enjoy life, have hobbies, find out what we like at our own pace. Let us take the time to know ourselves before we try to present our story in a job interview. Let us make mistakes. Spend time with the people we love while we can. Let us be happy. This will truly set us apart from the rest of the accolade-seeking society of robots. Finally, I want to end with one of the best pieces of advice a professor has ever given me. Let us not take ourselves too seriously. It's true, we are the masters of our own fate, but we are not defined by our responsibilities, our bad decisions, or our mistakes. If algorithms are trained through trial and error, what makes us think that we should get things right on the first try? So screw performative society and let's live to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Giulia Maria. Rebecca Maria Serano.
You know she's sitting 2 rows behind. What? She's sitting 2 rows behind.
Good evening, professors, distinguished guests, families, GG1s, GG2s, and GG3s, or GGGs now. I'm Rebecca Maria Serano, and I'm very proud to represent for the last time my colleagues and friends in global governance. But before I start, I need to do something very, very important. Smile, we made it! Thank you. I just want to capture this moment, because years from now, when we are caught in the rush of life, chasing dreams, facing challenges, and building our futures, I want to remember what it felt like to stand here. I still remember those first 3 days. When we arrived here, we were full of questions. Some of us were excited, others completely terrified, and many of us felt both at the same time. On day one, Professor Piga told us, your energy and enthusiasm are at their peak, and they will never be this high again, at least not until 2025. We stepped into Alemania, S6, P3, TL, the cafeteria, the Pareto Library, without knowing that these places would become the stage for some of our most meaningful, stressful, funny, and unforgettable moments. The backdrop to all of this, the biggest one, has always been Rome. For some, it was already home. But for many of us, it was a place we had to slowly make our own, somewhere to feel safe, to grow, and to belong. And now, when I walk past the Colosseum at night and don't just see a monument, I see home. And so, piece by piece, through failures and growth, Rome became more than just a backdrop. It became the setting of something extraordinary, a family called global governance. Sure, we didn't always see it. There were times we overlooked what was being offered to us. The professor who challenges us in ways we didn't expect. The workshops, the endless emails to Azadeh and Patrizia, sorry again. The strange yet beautiful chaos of it all. The whole environment we were thrown into. But when I look back now, certain moments shine brighter than the rest. And before I talk about you, the people who made it all worth it, I want to go back for a moment and retrace some of the moments that defined us. Aricha, one of the best experiences of our lives, no? What started as skills training became much more. The moment we began opening our hearts, laughing, sharing, and forming a real bond beyond the program. Then came our first symposium, who you probably know how much it means to me. Someone once jokingly called me the Amadeus of GG, which somehow captured the joy I felt that day. Standing on stage, seeing all of you, as I'm doing now, I finally felt I truly belonged, not just as a student, but as a part of something bigger. Then came the Diplomacy Festival, when we truly felt what we mattered. No longer just students, we became voices. Standing before ambassadors, journalists, and policymakers, we spoke from the heart, unafraid of judgment. And just as we started to find our rhythm, we began to scatter. Erasmus, overseas, turned to Japan, Spain, France, South Korea, the Netherlands, Argentina, each carving new chapters across the world. Those who stayed felt the silence, missing love, empty seats, and Rome suddenly fell into peak. But distance didn't break us. We found new ways to stay connected, to cheer each other on, and to grow apart yet stay close. This is when you truly understand the importance of people. Beyond the grades, the papers, the stress of exams and deadlines, what we really learned was something much more valuable. We weren't just studying, we were becoming. And now, I want to take a moment to say thank you. First, to Professor Gustavo Piga, the heart and soul of global governance. More than an academic guide, you have been a mentor and a steady presence. You stood by us through celebration and struggles alike, believing in each of us even when we doubted ourselves. Your care was always evident in every mail, in every speech, every word of encouragement. Thank you for challenging us, supporting us, and reminding us that we could become not just good students, but good people. To our families and friends, who supported us from near and far. Some of you crossed cities, countries, even oceans just to be here today. Others stayed close to our hearts even when they couldn't be physically present. Your love carried us through more than you know. To the global governance community, professors, the board, the administrative staff, and every person behind the scenes, thank you for building a space where ideas could grow and people could feel seen. And to our GG sisters and brothers, and to the younger GGs who are still going through this journey, your energy, your curiosity, your wide-eyed excitement, they remind me every single day of how this path is made of encounters, of honest exchanges, of the special kind of spark that only global can give. And finally, to my class. The truth is, no one really knows what lies behind each of our stories, what we carry quietly with us every day, the struggles, the doubts, the silent battles. Some of us have dealt with eating disorders, illnesses, anxiety, loss, and fear. Others have celebrated love, found new passions, discovered themselves in ways they never thought possible. We don't always talk about it, but it's there, behind the smiles, behind the jokes, behind the exam we showed up for, even when our hearts were somewhere else. Global governance must be, and I hope it will always be, a safe space for those who sacrifice everything to be here, for those who came looking for a place to belong, and for those who, I hope, finally found their way they could simply be. And now comes the question everyone keeps asking. What are you doing next? And here is the truth. It's okay to not know. Some of us are staying, some are going. Some have it all mapped out. Others are still figuring out, step by step and breath by breath. There is no rush. Life doesn't have one piece. You don't have to follow someone else's rhythm. Yes, we graduated, but we're still young. We still have a time to create, to change, to fail, to start over, to make history, our own history. Last week, I got sick, appendicitis. They almost had to operate, and yet I'm standing here. That's how life is, unpredictable, unfair, beautiful, and fragile. We make plans, and sometimes they change. So, take your time. Trust your path, even if it looks nothing like anyone else's. We don't need to have it all figured out. We just need to keep showing up with honesty, with hope, and with art. Because in the end, everything is your own race. Thank you.